Neo?
You guys can do it. This is the winners round. It is best of 5. The winner goes into the main event alongside Ark and, of course, the legend himself, Mr. Hitman. So it's Canada versus the US. You boys know these players inside out. It's the second time ever we see this match. That should be enough hype for you guys to take it away.
Oh, baby. I mean,
Can I mansplain some knowledge right here, Rick?
yes.
We see in CrunCher's base right now.
Do an intro, you noob. Was your first time doing a cast or something?
Well, you know, CrunCher's in the top right, and KiWiKaKi's in the bottom left. KiWiKaKi played for Oceanus. CrunCher playing for Dust Gaming. Human versus Orc. Dun 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 dun. But I was gonna say the Scout Tower upgrading to the Arcane Tower in CrunCher's base. That means he's going for this. Just some knowledge there. You scout. You see a Scout Tower. You know what creep camp the human's gonna do.
Okay.
Pog. Dun dun dun.
That's why you get paid the big bucks.
Yeah, $10 an hour.
Oil. Yeah, nice. But yeah, so we're gonna see CrunCher go for the consumable and Kiwi going for the Murlocs. Is this like is this a one-base build for CrunCher against the Headhunter style? What kind of advice did you give CrunCher now that we're in the game back in the day, and do you think that's changed?
We went over some basic timings pretty much. We talked about creeping level 3 Archmage very early against his Headhunter style, getting defend, and then when the Mountain King's out, going full aggression, because what Kiwi was doing back then, he has changed up a little bit. I think now he goes Torn Chieftain second, but back in the day, he was going Alchemist second and power creeping. And what power creeping means is you get the Alchemist from the tavern, immediately go for these 2 big camps in the middle. So CrunCher was getting defend, level 3 Archmage, Mountain King level 1 with Stormbolt run across the map, and pressure these Headhunters and force Kiwi to not take that power spike to just power creep up his Alchemist and his Farseer. So we'll see if CrunCher has a bit more of an idea what to do nowadays, but we see he's actually doing the roundabout.
Oh no, and Kiwi actually ran into the footy that was going south, and he obviously didn't catch it, but he's going to see that he's not the expansion. Yeah, CrunCher's got a big window here to do a lot of early damage even before the MK, getting a lot of damage on these Headhunters.
Not too bad, and you know, KiWiKaKi does skip that shop early, still no shop for him. And with the potential harass of these Water Elements and the Footmen, there could be a cancelled shop if he takes too much damage on this Farseer or these Headhunters. And there is a big mana pod as well. If this Archmage gets level 3, this could be a lot of pressure into the base of KiWiKaKi, but nice ward there. Gonna scout everything. Gonna scout if CrunCher decides to come back. Hasn't used the second ward yet. Has not used the second ward, so that's gonna be a lot of value out of that item for KiWiKaKi, who is now creep jacking.
Yeah, and CrunCher's creeping up the top green as well for more experience, and if he gets some of this, actually, I think he picks up a wolf too.
It did get that wolf, yeah.
Yeah, gonna get a lot of experience here, really close to level 3, and at that point, then it's just really hard to fight for KiWiKaKi, but he still has a good Headhunter count. We're just seeing the same style over and over again, just the Orcs being super aggressive while their tech is in. We still, okay, the shop is going up halfway down. I don't think CrunCher's gonna be able to get there to cancel it in time. Is that greedy from Kiwi?
Maybe a little bit greedy, but he sort of played it positionally, so he was able to defend that shop. And CrunCher does now have defend, which finished, and he's very close to level 3. He crept that green camp to the top of his base with Militia while he was defending this harass, so needs very little experience to get level 3, and this will be right on time for his Mountain King to come out if he's able to get out of his base and finish up this green camp. But right now, KiWiKaKi laying down the hammer, but the defend is going to help out quite a bit for CrunCher.
Yeah, I felt like that was a good position for Kiwi, but with defend, he's going to have to back off. And yeah, I mean, how many footies can realistically fight this with defend? I mean, there's 5 equal amount. Is this just like
one defend footy beats 100 supply wyvern? You believe me?
I don't.
Oh, Alchemist. So a little old school from Kiwi. I think we haven't seen him go Torn Chieftain lately, but this is what I'm talking about. And look to KiWiKaKi to take either the marketplace or the shop right away. These big value creep camps, but he's just going aggressive. No, he is going to try to go for these big value camps, and the Mountain King probably going to rally right across the map. Or is this going to be some sort of a Naga or an Alchemist out of CrunCher? Not yet queued up that Mountain King. Oh, actually, his tech is
not done, but he is sitting right next to that tavern.
Yeah.
And I think it might be something like that, because I don't know if he's going to give Kiwi the time to creep up everything, right? Oh, he goes for the Panda. Interesting.
Panda, little Hunter style. Remember Hunter against KiWiKaKi? The Panda helped a lot. Baby. Yeah, what a great game, right? Hunter able to beat a 70 supply Orc with like 40 supply, but he had that level 5 Panda, which was so crucial in that game. We'll see if CrunCher's able to power creep. Trying to deny the Water Elemental, but not quite. But the Footman number is is dwindling for CrunCher. So will he be able to pressure?
Yeah, we see the War Mill actually upgrading and the Bestiary behind this. Is this for Kodos? And it's obviously not for Raiders, right?
Is for Raiders. Yep, is for Raiders.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So
Just
Raider
pressure those heroes quite a bit. If you get an ensnare with the acid bomb, with the headhunter focus, with the chain lightning, could be a lot of damage on this Archmage, who only really has a cloak of shadows and a TP to save him right now. But the breaths are putting in work. I love the Panda against this KiWiKaKi build. I love it.
Yeah, I like the Panda too, and Potion of Greater Mana on the Archmage, you can easily pass that to the Panda anytime he wants. And CrunCher's been doing a really good job of not giving away the camps, man. Like the shop and the market haven't been crept yet. And like you said, that Alchemists usually go for these right away, right? So CrunCher's doing a really good job, but I think that the marketplace is finally going to fall to Kiwi.
Is this an expansion, or is he just going to creep this? CrunCher is going into Dual Sanctum, by the way, so casters with some breakers in the future, which is very strong to have a nice breaker line for this Panda. But like you say, KiWiKaKi going to get some good creeping done, so eventually he did accomplish what he wanted to accomplish. Going to get the Book of the Dead, which pre-Dispel can be very helpful in a fight. The Archmage going to get level 3, and the Farseer are going to scout it, but the creeping's already been done for the Panda here.
Okay, now that CrunCher's tier 2, does he go for the expansion and just stay on tier 2? In this case?
Is he actually expanding? He's actually expanding? This is greedy.
Really?
Greedy boy. Yeah.
Seems kind of standard, right? Because he's going into Double Sanctum.
Yeah, Book of the Dead, though. How many? This 8 Headhunters, Book of the Dead, Alchemist level 2 now, and a Raider. Ooh, you only got 2 Priests if you're CrunCher here. I mean, his micro's good, but is it that
He'd
good?
have to micro like a god. One Sork finally joins the mix. Farseer taking a lot of damage. This could force an early TP.
Oh my god. He surrounded himself. He surrounded himself. Okay, there is no dust. There is a crystal ball, but it's on cooldown right now, so this Farseer looks like he will live quite a bit longer. Nice Alchemist heal spray to counteract that Panda Breath of Fire, but the damage is kind of being done to these Headhunters. The caster's being chased by some wolves and a Raider to the south, who should have Ensnare now, but how many Headhunters are going to fall? And it looks like CrunCher actually canceled the expansion attempt when he saw how aggressive KiWiKaKi was going there, so heads up play there from both players.
Not the greatest use of Book of the Dead, obviously. Backfired definitely and worked out for CrunCher, and CrunCher's on the offensive now. We got one Raider in the mix, but these are just low Headhunters now. Alchemist's going to heal him up. Interesting, and CrunCher's going to be able to... Oh no, CrunCher actually gets his expo canceled by the units. By the
just one tower. It was just one tower that wasn't quite upgraded yet. But he's calling 5 Militia again. Maybe this is CrunCher. We were talking about what has he learned since that Dust League Season 3. Maybe this is it. Maybe it's getting that expansion up, and it looks like he's committing quite a bit. But the Militia... not able to expand, just going to go for the fight here, and the Alchemist a little bit exposed. A couple of Headhunters taking a lot of damage, but the Footman numbers really starting to get low here. There's only about 1 left.
Yeah, like, Kiwi has a huge army still, 49 supply. CrunCher's trying to pick off units, but Kiwi's doing a really good job of saving them.
The skeletons! The skeletons! The priest heal! Priest heal, nice micro there with that priest, so close there for KiWiKaKi. It was like 10 health. I think one more shot of that skelly might have killed him. And there's a huge army for Kiwi, but no Dispel for this slow. And the more casters CrunCher gets, the harder and harder it's going to get for KiWiKaKi here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like CrunCher's going for that expansion just yet. Using Militia. Oh, he is. He's actually running right across, except with Peasants this time, not Militia. And this could be a huge Creepjack. Breath of Fire comes in. Nice Scroll of Healing right away to negate the Breath of Fire. Man, Kiwi's playing really good.
Yeah, you might have to TP if you're CrunCher here. Like, there's 3 Raiders here. Your Panda's dead. This Panda's dead. What's he doing? Okay, Kiwi. All right. Okay, bro. Hey, the Panda gonna get out. Surprised Kiwi didn't commit more. Actually, no speed scroll, so maybe just playing it a little bit safe. But the expansion now.
3-3 now, man. Yeah, this is 3-3 heroes on Kiwi, and Panda's level 2, which is good, but there's just no items on that Panda, like you said. And the priest getting everything's getting ensnared. Ooh, this is not a good fight for CrunCher. It's a really good fight for Kiwi. He's able to pick off 2 spellcasters right away. Only a couple footies in the front line. I mean, dude, these berserkers are just gonna wreak havoc. This is just crazy. Why is CrunCher fighting this? Does he doesn't have a choice.
He doesn't have a choice. He's got to defend this expansion, but there's just so many units here. This is why I don't know what the deal with this expansion is. A couple Raiders got low, but KiWiKaKi bought double heal scroll earlier. Both have been used now, but they definitely served their purpose. And now CrunCher, no units, can't defend the expansion, and GG. And just a clean timing there from Kiwi. Getting 3-3, getting those 2 key camps that we were talking about, the marketplace and the shop, and just hitting a nice timing. And CrunCher really trying gonna force the issue with that expansion.
Pretty crazy game. I mean, I don't know. Kiwi's looking good, dude.
Yeah, that's the difference between Headhunter player like Kiwi and the Headhunter player like Revan before. He just didn't lose any Headhunters early. And then you have the firepower to contest the human, and it doesn't spiral out of control. And yeah, CrunCher, not the unstoppable force that we saw in Dust League 1 and 2. A little shaky here and there, I feel.
Yeah,
maybe,
the Panda bad. Honestly,
I mean, we talk about this though. You can't let Kiwi get a huge army like that, uncontested. You need to pick off Headhunters early. If you let him play his game, he's a good player, man. He's really good. I feel like even CrunCher's level, like if you let Kiwi get that 50 food army, it's just not going to work out for you. Game name is Tomato Bidu.
Yeah, I feel like the big strength of Kiwi comes, of course, at tier 3 with the Berserk upgrade on the Headhunters, and you need some time to transition into that tier 3, and until then you're kind of vulnerable, especially if you have an Archmage with a big mana potion that just screams for go into the base and try to do something there. Didn't happen because Kiwi kept him busy in the middle of the map, and yeah, CrunCher's game couldn't really unfold. Maybe that will happen on the next map, that is Concealed Hill. Maybe you've seen CrunCher play a couple of best of 5. If he's down a map, what is CrunCher... what's CrunCher's mind state? Is the series lost already, or does he have the fighting spirit to come back into this?
No, he's got so much experience in best of 5s. He's been playing for so long. He's had like decent results compared to most other NA people in big tournaments. He's taken Zotac wins off of Focus in the past in best of 5s. Definitely a lot of experience. And I've talked to him about this in the past. He doesn't let himself get down after one loss. He always goes into matches not being overconfident, but not thinking he's going to lose. He's always sort of neutral. And being down one game, I don't think really bothers him much. So really experienced. And I think that's why he's so successful in these NA tournaments a lot of the time.
I couldn't agree more. I think he always comes back. I mean, we've seen like him win, his opponent, his opponent, and then like, you know, in best of 5s back and forth. And he's told us a lot of times that he doesn't even go into like confident, like you said, very neutral. Like, yeah, I could lose if I play bad, but if I play good, I should win. You know, I kind of like that mentality. He doesn't tilt. He's a super weeb. They don't tilt.
No, of course not.
Alright, boys, let's see what we can get on CH.
Alright, beautiful, beautiful.
Okay.
Am I doing it? Or are you doing it?
Yeah, I mean, I really liked your intros. Very sexy, very hot, very spicy.
Very smooth, very smooth. Alright. In the top right, the red Huma player, playing for Dust Gaming, CrunCher, CrunCher. Woo! In the bottom left, the blue Orc player, KiWiKaKi.
KiWiKaKi.
OceanusGaming.com.
Wow, did we just give them their YouTube
nice.
intro video? I think so. Okay, whoa, we got a really greedy build from Kiwi. 2 burrow tech. What do you think about this bad boy?
Yeah, kind of interesting. We have seen this on Concealed Hill in the past because the map is so big. And again, we know CrunCher's going for that level 3, and I think at this point, KiWiKaKi knows that CrunCher wants the level 3 and knows he can sort of pressure him and delay him out of it. So I like the greedy tech. We've talked a lot about CrunCher's experience in the 3rd burrow before Barracks. Interesting. We're talking a lot about CrunCher's experience in best of 5s, but Kiwi, you know, he played StarCraft, he's played Warcraft for a long time, been in a lot of high pressure situations, also very good in best of 5s, so I like this little switch up from Kiwi.
Yeah, being super aggressive. Little botched on the footy Blodgka there on the far side. But now, this is, we talk about this. This is no arcane. You got to hold.
You got to hold. You can't lose much here. 1 peasant acceptable. 2 starts to get a little dicey. But CrunCher's going to creep in the meantime. Going to send the Archmage back. We'll get level 2 for that aura. And level 2 also means another water elemental in the tank. So decent. And so far, a lot of militia being called. So this is good for Kiwi, but no kills yet. So CrunCher's doing the best he can right now. But there's the level 2. Here's the Archmage. Looks like it might be defended.
Wow, and human players, if you're wondering, well, I need the tower. Farseer. That's how it's done. Reeb and Weep. Yeah, a little bit of a missed economy there with the, obviously he's really short on wood. Sending the militia back, or the peasants back rather, but really nice hold, didn't lose anything. And here comes the scout tower, nice tech. The tech timing obviously going to be super late because Kiwi did the most greediest thing I've ever seen, other than just straight teching off 1 burrow. So
Yeah.
Still very
Wait,
good.
what is he? Is this a straight tech Wyvern? It might be. Is this Shadowhunter second Wyvern like old school Focus versus 120 in like 2016? What was that? I forget when that was. 2018? Like, remember that build where he go Shadowhunter Hex creep with Wyverns and just mass creep and then hit a timing? I don't know what else he could be going right now without a barracks.
Well, I think it's because CrunCher has been doing double sanctum, and he's been going spellcaster. I think Kiwi's like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna straight up counter you. We do see the footies passing the shop. I wonder if they're gonna go to the base to scout this, but I really doubt that they do. Maybe he will, or he's just going to bring him to the greens to creep out with the Archmage more. But these wolves are continuing to be super annoying, and this is all that Kiwi's trying to do. I mean, if he is going for double Bestiary Wyvern, all he has to do is block the wood count so that the sanctums don't go up, the anti-air doesn't go up, right? There's no blacksmith.
Tauren totems!
Oh my god.
Is he straight teching to Tauren Walker?
Dude, this is the Kiwi 8-minute Tauren. Oh my god, we're in for a treat, guys.
He doesn't have a single unit, Ricky.
This is yeah, I mean, reinforced defense is going up. His timings are gonna work out fine.
Wait, he doesn't have any lumber though. Very short on lumber, but I guess he's fine with delaying the tech because he still needs walkers anyway and needs walker training, and walker mana is also very crucial. So the earlier you get those walkers out, the more mana they have when Taurens are out, the more revives they have. If that is the strategy, I doubt he's going for mass Spirit Walker. I doubt that's even a possibility, right? We will see the tier 3 tech, I imagine.
No, it's gonna be Tauren. The fastest I've seen him do it is 8:10. The first one's queued up. Fastest second of that is yeah, straight tier 3 tech. I mean, he can do that. He can get the first one out in about 9 minutes, and then he's just bumping. So
if CrunCher scouts this though, can't he just counter tier 3 tech and go Griffins? That is a strategy that happens against Orc. We saw Sock do it. Tri-hero, straight tech, Griffins with double staff. That is a potential, but CrunCher has yet to scout.
Yeah, and actually just going one sanctum, no blacksmith, so he's gonna go for double sanctum again, dude. This is actually going right into Kiwi's what Kiwi wants to see, man. This is really scary. And I mean, how do you, like, if you even scout this, can you punish this as a human player? Reinforced defenses? I don't even think you can.
Oh, that's why he even delayed his tier 3 tech, his crucial tier 3 tech with the strategy to get reinforced defenses. Because if CrunCher comes in here with Archmage level 3, if he was able to get it, he'd be able to punish those burrows. But decent stomp coming in, one footman potentially going to go down. But nice micro from CrunCher. But okay, he's getting his second sanctum up. He still hasn't seen this build. Gonna see the first walker here. If he sees the second walker right away. Okay, does he see the second walker? He didn't see the second walker with that footman, I don't believe. But if he saw both, he'd know what the strategy is.
He's got another footy that's around. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna see it.
And
if he does, I mean, he might just be able to creep out. And like you said, he's staying on tier 2 though. That's gonna be a big problem. He's just gonna go into mass casters, man, like we talked about. And this is, I mean, this isn't good. It just gets, I mean, the slow is really good, but then you got the walkers here as well. I think speed scroll. This is going to be really rough, man. How many Taurens can you actually get to before CrunCher has like a formidable army at this point?
Probably like 3. Because we see the first casters only coming out. You know, KiWiKaKi's already going to have enough walkers. Might delay that master training for the walkers a little bit just to get, you know, Taurens and Pulverize out.
Surely he knows. Surely he knows.
Well, he hasn't seen any. He hasn't seen any headhunters yet. So. And like, so even before he saw those 3 walkers there, he hasn't seen headhunters yet, so he must know. Because he didn't get a tower in the main base. So it's either mass wind riders, like we said earlier, or it's going to be this Tauren tech. So I imagine CrunCher just knows. And that's why he's just going to go for this expansion, I assume. But the speed scroll coming in. But these are 1-1 Orc heroes. The Mountain King already level 2. Probably a clap coming in. Nice stomp, though, on the footman. And there's not very much here for CrunCher either.
Yeah, Kiwi's actually making this work with just Spirit Walkers and 2 1-1 heroes, but Mountain King's going to be able to solve a little bit of this, but yeah, he deviates from the expansion. He's not going to put down expansion, and when you're on tier 2, no expansion, I mean, this is really bad. Then you got to decide, are you going to go to tier 3? Can you guys hear that motorcycle outside? This is so loud. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Oh man, it sounded like an explosion, like downtown Baghdad, but no, just a motorcycle. Ooh, Militia coming in. The Tauren Chief has no items, by the way. Level 2 on the Farseer now. How important is this for CrunCher to get this expansion up?
Yeah, Yeah, pretty crucial here. And the thing is, without tier 3, okay, nice Stormbolt. Maybe gonna see a potential surround. Okay, Kiwi's gonna have to pass the TP, but actually fights his way out. These walkers are so good against the militia and the footmen, the heavy armor of those units. And this is 5 Spirit Walkers right now. The bolt, but you know, resistance skin on those walkers is not gonna do much. And CrunCher surely knows that the first Tauren is marching across the map.
This is so fast, man. We talked about how the first queued Tauren I saw from Kiwi was 810. First one's out 840. Second one coming out around 910. This is a little ridiculous. Master training on the Shaman, and as soon as I started on the Spirit Walker, and as soon as this kicks in, he could fight. He could fight all day.
Oh,
so here we go.
Lord.
Oh, I think this is going to be really hard for CrunCher. How do you even consider holding this on tier 2?
You kite all day and you hold that expansion. He has to buy time now, which he has the sorceresses, so he can buy time. You know, the walkers have a lot of mana, actually probably too much mana, but you know, he can hold if he kites well with slow. He's just got to buy enough time for this expansion. Tauren Walker is really strong against tier 2 human, but if you have you know, say a 15 to 20 supply advantage, you can definitely win. But it's gonna be hard for CrunCher. It's really gonna take a lot of pickoffs. Despite the revives of the Taurens, you still get experience. So getting this Mountain King to level 3, getting the Archmage to level 4, that's what CrunCher needs to do here. And a Creepjack doesn't hurt either. But Kiwi's definitely in the driver's seat if he chooses to fight here. But the Tauren Chieftain, a bit too low, and Tauren caught out.
I mean, this is good. He pops that speed scroll early. Kiwi's gonna have to go back and get one, and that allows for the slow to at least eat up some of the dispels. Which could be, you know, Tauren revive. So I think CrunCher at this point just trying to buy time, but you don't want to be losing units. Really good kiting so far. Actually getting some damage done and not diving in too much. The slow on the Tauren is pretty good. We could see a bolt on the Tauren. I mean, this is so far so good for CrunCher. It's just, you know, I kind of wish he had level 3 Mountain King, but I don't think he's going to have enough time to creep this. But he is slowly getting into, you know, he's actually going to tier 3 as well.
Yeah, tier 3, and there's a lot of potential for CrunCher on tier 3 to deal with this army. Obviously, Griffins, the hard counter, but there is other options. If you skip the Paladin 3rd, you can go Firelord with Incinerate, which helps to deny the corpses of the Taurens. I think you could even go Frag Mortar teams, and that might, if they kill the Taurens, there might be no corpses, and no corpses means no revive on the Taurens or the Walkers. So that's probably what CrunCher's going to go into. Probably going to commit to these casters, maybe get a couple of Griffins, and get some sort of an army that can deny the revive. But right now he needs to buy time.
Okay, again, no speed scroll for the Orc player, but he does have 4 Taurens and 5 Walkers. Plus 1 armor on the Tauren. This is a scary Orc army. 59 supply. Kiwi's obviously broken, but we'll see if CrunCher can kill anything. He's doing a really good job of keeping him away from this expansion. One slow Tauren going there, and there is no towers. So, I mean, this one Tauren alone is going to do so much damage.
He's tower rushing.
Oh, the swords.
Nice heal scroll. Nice. He's got one more, and the heal scroll is obviously crucial against the pulverize from the Taurens. And this one Tauren, look at the damage on these peasants. No towers here, but even if he had 1 arcane, it would help with the wolves, but not with the Tauren in your peasant line here. So CrunCher might just give this up. He's gotten a decent amount of gold. He's gotten, you know, 1,200 gold out of it, so that does serve to pay for the expansion and the peasants he lost, and then a couple hundred gold on top. But at least he's getting the red camp out of it. But right now, KiWiKaKi just pressing forward, and he could even get a tiny Great Hall if he has the gold in the future and really solidify this lead he's made.
Yeah, I think CrunCher's just said, okay, I got a 1 base and just creep up, and I got to rely on heroes in my army. I don't know how that's going to work with no economy. His wood is really, really bad. I mean, Kiwi's already at 60 supply. It looks like he's going to go double Griffin Aviary. Well, he's got no wood. I mean, is he just going to buy for time and just try to scrape by? I mean, obviously, he needs a Paladin. Do you just skip the Paladin for the Griffins? What do you do at this point with your economy looking like this?
Yeah, he did get the wood upgrade, the improved lumber harvesting. Maybe he can get it again. Definitely has the gold to get it. And he's got a decent amount of workers on lumber, but that is a problem right now. He doesn't have the wood to get anything. Really needs to just break immediately, because KiWiKaKi has been broken upkeep for a long time, and he's, you know he's coming into your base as soon as that Tauren Chieftain hits level 3, which he does now. So CrunCher's got to go. He's got to break. He's got to get this wood up somehow. Maybe could even get a Shredder here, but a little bit short to even get that. But the first Griffin gonna come out. We'll see what 3rd hero he goes. I would really not be surprised if we saw Firelord 3rd out of CrunCher here, but the Paladin is just so tempting if you're the human player here.
Firelord instead of Pally, eh? You want to explain that kind of?
Oh, for the Incinerate to deny the corpses.
Oh.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ooh, that is next level. Yeah, that's a good idea. CrunCher's got that IQ too. I really like CrunCher's creeping though. You know, he's been doing a really good job. You might actually be able to pick up level 4. I think he's gonna get creep jack here before he does though. He might have, I mean, you definitely TP out, right? Like you don't take this fight.
Yeah, he would love to get all these creeps here because the hero, the level 5 Mountain King in the future is really what's going to carry him. But here comes KiWiKaKi, scary as ever, and the Breaker's not the best answer. And there is going to be a TP out. Lionhorn, that's a great item, but KiWiKaKi gets the stomp and gets the item, and that's huge for these Taurens.
He stomps the MK and
played
steals
there.
the Devotion Aura as if the Taurens needed any more of a boost. I'm surprised that Kiwi's not like being aggressive. I mean, he's at 70 supply. It looks like, okay.
And he has been for so long, right? Like he broke upkeep right away.
Yeah, he's not going to Tiny. He's just going to build the expansion himself, which is, you know, is actually good for CrunCher. A Tiny would absolutely wreck him, even though it is a huge investment. But this allows CrunCher to creep up, and it looks like he's going to go to the lab. CrunCher's his map awareness on what he can creep is really good. His IQ on what Kiwi's already crept or not is really good. No wasted movement. He's going to be able to finish this camp up. This is going to be level 4 on the Mountain King. The items, not too bad. Potion of Greater Healing on the Mountain King. Medallion, I mean, if he gets level 4, he could try to come back. I mean, he is, like, hoarding Griffins in his base. He's got 1 so far. He's about to have 3. This could work.
Yeah, and it's worth noting that KiWiKaKi has gotten a Bestiary now, has 1 Raider, but he can, crucially, go Bats to deal with these Griffins. And we see CrunCher going for a Blacksmith in his base, probably for some armor upgrades, and that Lionhorn would have helped so much against the potential Bats. So really nice that Kiwi was able to stop that item. But yeah, like you said earlier, I'm really surprised KiWiKaKi isn't just pushing forward. The Militia would do absolutely nothing against Tauren Walker. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now we're stuck in an even supply where, you know, CrunCher, if he can kill that Raider right away with a bolt, then he just targets down the Tauren. The Tauren can't shoot up, man. The only thing that shoots up is, I mean, even the Tauren doesn't have the orb. It's the Farseer.
Yeah.
So this is an ideal fight for CrunCher if he can bolt that Raider right away and make some pickoffs. He can just kite with the ground units too. He doesn't even have to fight with them.
And they're even supply too. Is there Blizzard for CrunCher? Not yet. There is a Water Elemental still up, so. Nice clap. The claps are huge. Only a big heal, no big invul, and then used right away. That's just how scary this army is. First, Tauren gonna go down, but the corpse is still there. That's why the Firelord will be crucial here, but nice claps. Nicer revives so far, but it looks like CrunCher is kind of stomping here. So many Griffins in the air, and this is so much experience despite the revives.
I can't believe that Kiwi let him get this army. Look at Farseer taking a lot of damage. He's going to have to force that TP. Oh, he might actually be able to run away. He does force the TP anyway, but this is a great engagement from CrunCher. Picking off more walkers, magic damage doing some serious work, and now CrunCher's going right to the expansion, and it just started.
And this was a Tiny, right? Because that was a quick expo. Everything's really hurt for CrunCher right now.
I don't think it was.
It had to have been. This was way too fast. It had to have
really?
been.
Wow. That's huge. If that's a Tiny, then that's a huge investment.
Yeah, 500 gold mine. That is nowhere near what he needs to get back. But is CrunCher going to go get a heal scroll? Yeah, 1 heal scroll because this AoE from the Taurens and the Tauren and the Farseer here. So much. But the clap could be big. Nice clap on all those walkers. And all the Taurens in the back are slowed. Nice stomp by Kiwi there. But how are you going to deal with the Griffins here? 1 Raider has yet to ensnare. There's a nice ensnare. So maybe 1 Griffin finally going to go down if he can slowly pick these apart and reinforce some more Raiders. Maybe Kiwi has a chance, but the Griffins are just killing everything.
Yeah, the CrunCher's just diving on the walkers, and there's not much the Tauren can do. I mean, they're killing the ground units, but at this point, oh, the ground units for CrunCher are actually super exposed at the top. He's going to lose a lot.
Nice bat coming in.
Is Kiwi going into bats? Yeah, he's going to double Bestiary bats, so this could be the turnaround for Kiwi. What a game!
And the Expo hasn't died. The Expo hasn't died. If CrunCher has to go back, this Expo's still mining. And it's with 5p on still. Only the tower goes down. So much experience for CrunCher. I talked earlier about the, Archmage. Okay, gonna TP out. And the bats come in at the very end. There's so many pickoffs in the GG. Kiwi's up 2-0. Wow, he beat the army. He beat 6 Griffins with Taurens and 1 Raider.
Holy crap, dude.
How does this work? Why can an army that basically has only ground damage beat mass Griffins? And A is Crazy Town, for sure.
You need Firelord. You need Firelord 3rd there, definitely.
yeah, maybe a dark rain or something. Taking the corpse away, that's a pretty good idea, or kind of silence or something. I don't know. But it's kind of... Kiwi takes it to the extremes. Like, after game 1, we said, oh, he's not punishing Kiwi enough for his build, or CrunCher isn't punishing Kiwi enough for his builds. And now it takes him, 7 minutes before the first unit is out? And he's not punishing this. Oh boy, CrunCher, you give your opponent so much time.
Game named Red Bidu, by the way.
Yeah,
Red,
I mean,
like a tomato, by the way.
Yeah, that is the joke. And I mean, CrunCher is a good player. His scouting awareness is really good. Is that a scouting problem, Carson, or is that just the way it is? There's nothing you can really do. It feels like, he didn't make any units for the first 8 minutes of the game.
Well, he could have won the tech race if he had scouted better. He didn't have to go into those casters. The casters were good to try to secure the expansion, but we saw they just weren't good enough. So I think if he were to just race to tier 3, Kiwi already committed to 2 Tauren Totems. You can't really tech out of that early. You're just not going to have the army. Just go straight Griffins with Tri-Hero, and you just win straight up because you have even armies. You don't waste all that time on casters. You don't wait till he has 6 Taurens and all max mana on his walkers. Yeah, I think you just have to scout better early, but later on, like you said, his map awareness was awesome, but it's just that early scouting that really cost CrunCher, I feel like.
All right,
yeah.
So CrunCher got punished twice for the lack of punishment, I guess, for greedy builds. Did he learn, or will it be a clean 3-0 for KiWiKaKi? Our next map is Amazonia.
Lasagna, as we say in North America.
Would love some lasagna right now.
So it looks like the admins have eliminated Hunter, but Heisman is down to play him. So I'm calling Hunter back to the channel to get it played, because it looks like Heisman wants to play, which is cool.
Good for him.
Let's just ignore admins. NA!
Of course.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's how it works, right?
People think we're the admins. People keep messaging me like,
yeah,
dude. I'm like, dude, I just cast, man. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, but hopefully they end up playing and it works out. Or if he's eliminated, it is what it is. I mean, he did show up an hour and a half late. That will do it. But we have a banger, guys. Game number 3. This is possible elimination for CrunCher, or he will go into the loser, or I guess the decider matches tomorrow. If he does lose, this could be a sweep for Kiwi.
Has CrunCher ever been swept? Has Hitman?
0 by Hitman, yeah.
Oh, that's the only person. Only person in NA. Certainly.
Just orcs.
I know to cash sweep him in the fight night. I think CrunCher even won a map there when they played.
Yeah, he did win a map, yeah.
But Kiwi back to his roots.
Yeah, in the bottom left, playing for Oceanus, we have KiWiKaKi. And the top right, playing for Dust Gaming, we do have CrunCher. And yeah, this looks like standard KiWiKaKi now. I mean, his ability to just change in a best of is actually insane, and he pulls it off. Like, his execution is perfect. Positive attack on the Archmage is going to be really nice, and if he doesn't...
Okay, I thought CrunCher denied a unit for a second, but super close there. And I'm surprised KiWiKaKi actually not creeping here. You can get a free level 2 with just a Farseer on this map and the Wolves. You take a little bit of damage, but you see he's already got a Headhunter. But not choosing to do it, just choosing to go for the Harass. And the Harass was good last game, did serve to slow CrunCher down just enough. And 2 Peasants already super low in the base.
Yeah, I think Kiwi's going to keep this pressure on too. Peasants really, really low. We saw the efficiency of keeping CrunCher's lumber really, really low. He was still able to get 6 Griffins. Good analysis, Bidu. But yeah, hopefully he can kill some Peasants this time. CrunCher is so good though with this unit control. I mean, still no tower. He's just defending it.
Yeah, his defense is very, very good, and you have to be at this level. Against KiWiKaKi, he will punish you if you don't deal with this harass just perfectly. And the tech, pretty much on time. Kiwi's always going to be a little bit ahead, but is on time. And this one farm, maybe not the best idea against Kiwi, just because he is so aggressive here. Probably will go down eventually, and that's even more lumber hurt. And this tower actually being power built by CrunCher. Maybe a little worrisome with these couple of low peasants in the base.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little risky. There's one militia that's really low, peasants getting really low. I think the Arcane Tower will go up before another set of wolves comes in. So now I think CrunCher can breathe a little bit easier. Yeah, but still a problem for CrunCher is he hasn't been able to get that level 2, and that should have been already the case before Kiwi got there. So he's having to fight for that level 2. And if Kiwi could steal any of
Wolf?
these, it's huge. Okay,
Oh.
Wolf, that's huge. Nice.
Yeah, Kiwi should have been a little bit more aware of that. A little sloppy wolf micro. He knew that CrunCher got that whole green camp. Oh, another wolf gonna go down. The claws of attack helping out a lot. Nice deny there from Kiwi though, but the damage has been done. This aura is kicking in already, and that's huge for CrunCher. We see another water elemental already, and he's almost got another one in the tank as well. So Kiwi is sticking around, and the headhunter number is growing, but probably gonna see defend pretty soon from CrunCher. Does have the lumber for it now.
Defend kicked in already.
Yep.
And now he can fight with 1 footy, so the fact that he has 3, this is a good fight, right?
Exactly, yeah. Need about 100 supply headhunters to beat 1 defended footy. Correct. Especially with those claws.
Salty orc players. You're a human player too, man. I don't know why you're bringing all the...
I've always said defend should be a tier 2 upgrade. I've been saying that for years, but you know, that I think that'd be a little bit ridiculous. Actually, the headhunters are kind of owning. Maybe that was when defend was bugged. I had that.
Is he not going to deny the footy?
CrunCher? CrunCher? CrunCher!
That should have been deny. Yeah.
And the Alchemist. And again, we were talking about these middle camps. You remember on Northern Isles, it was the marketplace and the shop. On Amazonia, it's these 2 Taskmaster creeps in the middle with the bash. You see the Alchemist just putting in work, and right now CrunCher in no position with losing those early footmen. He's got to heal them all up in his base right now to contest these creep camps. And these are both going to go to Kiwi here.
Yeah, it looks like CrunCher's doing the same thing. I think he should deviate from the expansion, and just like you said, tech race and see, and just go for broke. Because when he tried to get the expansion, it got canceled right away, and he was on 1 base anyway, and he almost did it. So instead of investing all that, just go for tier 3. We're already looking at Kiwi. His tier 2 obviously hit. He picks up the Alchemist, Bestiary again. So it looks like the same kind of build. A couple Raiders in here, and then it'll go into the late game. But yeah, looks
CrunCher
like
is adjusting though. CrunCher, it did get a Mountain King instead of a Panda, so you're saying he needs to adjust. It's a little bit of an adjustment here, I think, for CrunCher.
Well, I think the MK did really well, you know, as opposed to the Panda. I think the Panda is good if you're being super aggressive, but we're seeing Kiwi be super aggressive, right? And, I mean, CrunCher's not killing enough headhunters in the early game for the Panda to really snowball.
Yeah.
So I think I like the Mountain King a lot better. But this is level 2 on both of Kiwi's heroes. The Alchemist has plus 12 attack, and Kiwi's got full map control to creep out everything. Probably going to creep out the shop, and then start going into the Merc camp and maybe the Red camp as he starts to get his army a little bit stronger. Plus 1 armor upgrades as well. And just footman for now until he gets those sanctums up. But what do you think about the double sanctum 1 base?
I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, you asked me a question and interrupted me. It's all right.
Standard, is it?
Well, I think the Mountain King's gonna help it a lot because we saw how well CrunCher was able to fight in the first game, but like with the expansion timing being kind of scuffed and the Panda not really being able to force any town portals, we saw Kiwi had no items on his heroes in the first game. Would have had to TP out if there was any sort of bolts around. So now that Mountain King's here, CrunCher can be a little bit more risky, can contest a little bit more, and maybe get a safer expansion if he chooses to do that, where the Panda just can't provide that for you.
Yeah, and I really like the MK Archmage when you're especially going out against the Alchemist. We don't see that TC Stomp anymore. And I think maybe CrunCher can get into a position where he can probably overwhelm the out heal. You know what I mean? Like the heal spray. So
yep.
We'll see if CrunCher can creep up. I mean, CrunCher's got the right idea. Just creep up your Mountain King, man. That's all you have to do. Looks like he might be going for an expansion again. But I think Kiwi's going to try to snuff this. I don't know. Does he go for the expansion here, or does he just... obviously, he's not teching, so he's definitely going for the expansion.
Yeah, and the only sort going down. That's a huge pickoff. Okay, 1 more reinforcement comes in, but there is a speed scroll to counter it. But we see the effectiveness of the bolt already. More headhunters than he's killed the entire series already going down thanks to that bolt. 1 more Sork, or 1 more Priest going down, and a lot of damage footmen here, but there's another bolt and another clap. And the Mountain King is putting in work right now, Rick. I like it.
Yeah, this is way better. I think like it just out damages the... I mean, obviously the heal coming in really good there, but the claps are so big, and now there's no heals. The footies, defended footies on the front line. It looks like a lot of headhunters are going to go down here unless Kiwi starts the micro or maybe even backs off, but the footies are going down too. This is a really scrappy fight. This is a really scrappy fight. Yeah, Kiwi might have the edge here still.
Yeah, Kiwi's kind of owning. Like, the headhunters are getting low, but the heal spray is just healing them back up, and at the end of the day, 2 breakers, 3 casters going down, all the footmen about to go down. A couple headhunters getting low, but look how good the heal is from the Alchemist here for Kiwi. Okay, a couple of headhunters about to go down, but so well microed so far for Kiwi. Maybe a little overcommittal. committing against the militia there, but you know, gets out in the nick of time. Only loses a couple of units there in the end, so decent micro. We see some headhunters low around the map in the base.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, and again, CrunCher, okay, now you're stuck on tier 2. You're not teching, you're not expanding. You're going up against a tier 3 orc. I feel like he didn't really adapt to the pick a street, you know? Like, just straight up to attack the tier 3 and try to 1-base this. He's going for the 2-base. Mountain King getting in a lot of trouble. Past the TP, he's going to be okay, but, you know, I did call out that he can out-damage the heal of the Alchemist. He's literally getting destroyed by the heal of the Alchemist. So, just do things. Sorry, chat. But yeah, I mean, Kiwi's micro is really good. I mean, he's actually destroying CrunCher in fights. Like, CrunCher's actually having a hard time.
And he's just bullying him too. We see he's going to take another creep camp. He forces a TP, then immediately goes for one of CrunCher's creeps. And CrunCher's trying to contest it because he knows he has to get Mountain King level 3 eventually. And if all of his creeps are gone, he's not going to be able to do that. So going to go for one Headhunter. Nicely done, but there is no TP and there is 2 Raiders here. So this might be 2 dead breakers, but...
Yeah, but if he can bolt for the second one, though, if he can bolt for the second one, then he can take a favorable fight. There we go. One Raider down, and was that the Raider that had the ensnare? I think it was. Oh, the Kodo comes in, though. So. Nice dodge.
Yeah, I think microing well so far.
Yeah, I feel like he has to kite with the use the Brilliance Aura and just like play patiently, buy time, because for some reason Kiwi is just kind of like moving into him, which is good for CrunCher so far. It looks like more militia being called. Is he? Yeah, he's calling more militia.
Still going for that expo.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, he's staying on tier 2, so he must be.
I mean, it looks like he's hovering around this expo, like he really wants to get nice. Next Raider getting picked off there. But Kiwi has so many units still. It looks like he's hovering around the expo, like he still wants to get it. That's why he wants to get Kiwi out of his face here. But militia is still going to help in the fight. Wolves are being stolen. The militia could really hurt the lumber economy of CrunCher, but he's got a decent bank right now.
I think the problem for CrunCher is just no mana on his Mountain King, so I feel like Kiwi can kite this and just take off a lot of militia. This is precious peasants that CrunCher does need. If he's not going to go for the expansion, oh, he pops the Scroll of Beast. Might have been a little too late. I mean, Kiwi's just dominating this fight, and this is so hard to micro. Priest going down left and right, he's saving these Raiders. Kiwi's Raider control is really, really good. This one's going to go down, but he's already gotten the value. Every Priest and Sorky kills is so critical.
CrunCher gets that Headhunter. He has level 3, and he has mana for a clap right now. So that could be a huge value, but Kiwi's still getting the favorable trades here. There's a level 3. Here's a level 2 clap, and we see just how much that helps. Could even go back and get a mana pot here. And this is kind of swinging for CrunCher, it looks like a little bit, with the Wolf Steel, with the lack of any dispel for this slow. Looks like CrunCher's going to actually force Kiwi out of his face finally, but the Mountain King, Kiwi sees the weakness. But nice Cloak of Shadows there. Now both heroes are low for Kiwi, and the Kodo about to go down. CrunCher could save that Breaker. Yeah, nicely saving the Breaker, and CrunCher forces him out of his face.
Wow,
here.
I mean, the Breaker count was starting to get really, really high. Nice swing from CrunCher. Because it really looked like Kiwi was going to just kite his life away. But, I mean, CrunCher did lose a lot of peasants. But he's been rebuilding them. I mean, he's got 4, 6 on wood.
He's good for lumber, I would say. Kiwi, though, tier 3. So, you know, he can still upgrade his army. You know, gets another Kodo. Can get another Kodo. Can get a 3rd hero. Can get the Kodo upgrade. Can get those 3-0 Berserkers he loves so much. Is currently 1-1. So there is still room for Kiwi to improve his army. Whereas CrunCher, this is as strong as he's going to get. Level 3 Mountain King. He's got a decent number of breakers. Still losing casters. And yeah, with the single Raider here, the Mountain King pretty low. Could be a little sketchy for CrunCher, but going to lose another breaker. And this is going to be Alchemist level 4. So nicely done there by KiWiKaKi.
Yeah, CrunCher can't be losing units like this. I thought maybe he was going to call the militia to try to save a fight, but everything's so low for him. Gonna have to, gonna have to clarity up or salve up. And then looks like he's calling militia again. Is this for the expansion? I mean, how long can you do this at tier 2? You have to do something.
Yeah, maybe just doing this to potentially get the Merc Camp. I'm not sure how much Kiwi got of the Merc Camp earlier. He doesn't have the item, so the Merc Camp is still there. So maybe CrunCher... Oh, okay, the item never got picked up. So CrunCher maybe just called Militia to ensure that he could get the rest of this Merc Camp. But Kiwi, on the other side of the map, already being very proactive this game with creeping. Gonna get both these valuable camps, and there's only gonna be red camps left. And the red camps are much easier for KiWiKaKi to creep here than CrunCher. Breaker's not the best here. Headhunter's very, very good at killing those high HP units.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get this red, no problem. He's actually going to go to the Merc camp first, but this is going to be 4-4. Items look... Oh, I mean, the items look really bad for Kiwi.
Yeah,
He's got to scroll the beast. That's
Scroll
it.
the beast
He
pretty
can,
good.
he can get into a lot of trouble here, though.
Yeah, with that Mountain King has a mana pot, and we saw how much that one clap swung the fight before for CrunCher, but everything's pretty high health, but no heal scrolls, and not the best mana on this Alchemist, so this looks like a favorable fight. We see the Militia coming from the top, and really big clap, but KiWiKaKi just going straight for the Mountain King, it looks like, but nice bolt to cancel the healing of the Alchemist, and he's out of mana now, too. Dakoto going for a breaker. Scroll the Beast being stolen as well, but nice pop plus
mana on that MK. Claps could be huge. Kiwi's all crumbled up. He's all bundled together. One
clap.
Clap.
Oh, Jesus. The Mountain King. Mountain King. Oh, Chain Lightning. Bolt on the Alchemist. Such nice bolts this fight. Bolting to stop the healing. Bolting to save the Mountain King. And the Priest goes up to heal him in the meantime. And everything is slowed.
Blodgeka on the Alchemist. Oh, there's that snare. I think it's still dead. GG's call.
Wow. Wow.
We got ourselves a series.
That was clean. That was a clean. I think the Alchemist helped, but maybe the issue on Amazonia is you really just don't get too much value. Those two Taskmaster creeps in the middle, they're good, but they're not. It's not like getting Marketplace and Shop on Northern Isles. It's not that much value, and that's really what the Alchemist does for you. It's that early tier 2 power creeping with the 8 headhunters. And, you know, he got decent levels. He had the advantage. He had the army advantage like he normally does, but maybe it's not the best map for it. Maybe Torn Chieftain better here overall. For sure. Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
I don't know. Is anyone else pulling their hair at CrunCher's, like, staying on 2 base? Or, sorry, staying on 1 base? Like, is he going to take an expansion? Is he going to go to tier 3? Oh, man, that was a grind. That was a grind to win that game.
K1, 2, 3, by the way. It was quite the grind. Yeah, K, letter K, 1, 2, 3. Yes. Yeah. No Bidu dis. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Jesus. Thank you. What a series so far. Very, very entertaining. Kiwi, not quite 3 different strategies as we come to expect from him, but CrunCher changing it up 3 times, actually. You know, he was forced into different variations, but Panda game 1, Griffin's game 2, MK tier 2 game 3. So a lot of different styles we're seeing here, Rick.
Yeah, going into Echo Isles. This is the smallest map in the pool?
This
easily, right? This one in Amazonia,
yeah.
Yep. Does this change the narrative? We see like Farseer first against human, super aggressive. We could see, you know, quick Wyvern. We could see mass raiders. Obviously, Kiwi likes to just well, we don't really know what Kiwi's doing yet, but I feel like this map changes this matchup a little bit.
Yeah, and we were talking about that Alchemist not getting much value on Amazonia. On Echo Isles, you get decent value. The Marketplace and the shop, pretty good. You get that big consumable in the middle. And, you know, there's a couple pretty big camps you can get with that Alchemist early if he decides to go for that over the Torn Chieftain. But, you know, TC might be the right choice for Kiwi with his back against the wall. Well, CrunCher, you know, can't really lose another game. But Kiwi, I think, is the one that has to try to figure something out because CrunCher looked really good last game, Ricky. Looked real good.
Yeah, CrunCher did look good. That Mountain King. I don't see him deviating from the Mountain King. It'd be really weird at this point. I mean, Kiwi's going to obviously do whatever he wants. We do see a Rax this game. So it looks like Headhunters again from Mr. KiWiKaKi. And the Peon's going to scout. Is this Peon just scouting like what CrunCher's creep camps are? I mean, obviously you could go for the Merc camp. You can go to the green, but I guess the Merc is the goal here.
Yeah, probably the Merc camp could get that priest for the Farseer harass that he knows is coming, but does he really want to take that big of a risk? But yeah, that's what the Peon is for, to try to deny that priest from CrunCher. But will he actually creep the Merc camp? Doesn't look like he's going for the green, but there is a little fight.
Ooh, do you try to steal the priest as well?
You can get the priest here with the Peon, even though the creeps are on it. Yeah, see. And you take a little bit of damage, but the peon gets out as well, so that's nice for Kiwi there. And you can use that against the water elementals, and those give a lot of experience to the Farseer.
Wow, and this is gonna be huge. So obviously, Kiwi can dispel, CrunCher cannot, so the wolves are gonna be super effective, and these water elementals not so much. Nice swing there, and it looks like CrunCher's gonna go for the green, but Kiwi's here, and here comes the priest. So any water elemental is just gonna get the nice deny from CrunCher though on the first one, and obviously like he must know that Kiwi's probably up to no good. Again, we're seeing the no tower defend. Is CrunCher gonna be able to lose that militia though? It's getting really low. Okay, nice deny with the wolves.
Yeah, but CrunCher's been building extra peasants this whole series. On Concealed Hill, he had 10 lumber peasants. So even if he loses a couple, he's still got good lumber no matter what. We see right now 3, 6, 9 peasants. So he loses one, he's still got enough.
Yeah, it's because he's comfortable with that, tier 2 in the late game. So not too worried about if he can get his tech up, which he does. Yeah, he likes to just play. He also likes to call a lot of militia. He's obviously okay with losing a few. But I like it this time. He's going to have some good wood. His wood looks good right now. So, yeah, good call on the him just queuing up a lot of peasants.
Yeah, one wolf going down to the Archmage already. One about to go down. Nice dispel. Again, that gives a lot of experience like I was talking about. The wolf going to go into the main, but there's a couple of footmen. Low though they are, still going to be able to defend against this one wolf in the main base.
Yeah, it looks like one peasant did go down, though.
Yep, one went down earlier, but that was the 10th peasant, so really not necessary. 10 is almost good enough to support an expansion. Like 12 to 14 is normally the number without a shredder, so 10 is a lot of lumber on one base. Water Elemental does get denied. Nicely done by CrunCher there.
Yeah, CrunCher's doing a really good job of, we say, like, the key here, especially when you're blocking off a Farseer, is just to play with the Farseer. So CrunCher pushing him back, creeping up what's around him, and then just playing defensively again when the Farseer's here, and then pushing him back and continuing to creep. And we're seeing that work out for CrunCher. Level 2 already. The tech about halfway done for both players. The tech relatively even, which is good for CrunCher. Like you said, he's got a good wood count. Should be able to get those sanctums up right away and just do whatever he wants without any issues. Because losing that peasant wasn't very bad. The shop going down for CrunCher as well. I mean, this looks good. Does he have defend already?
I don't think yet, but militia.
I think it's
nicely done. Yeah, nicely done from Kiwi. No, but what Headhunter rallied in from the top is this. CrunCher's not letting this one go, that's for sure.
Hell yeah.
Well, Kiwi went for the deny, but a little too early there. Or a little too late, sorry.
Nice pickoff for CrunCher. And we talked about how important it is to pick off these Headhunters early before they spiral out of control. If you let Kiwi play his game, you're going to get steamrolled.
Is that the first time he got an early Headhunter?
I think this is the first series that he's actually picked one off. Yeah, at least before he's had a second hero, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Really good start for CrunCher so far. Tier 2 tech is done. Probably going to see again with the Alchemist, and I actually like this for CrunCher because I feel like if he goes Mountain King, he's been doing really well against the Alchemist. It's the Tauren Chieftain that gives him a lot of trouble.
Yep, exactly. But, he's going to get a little bit more value on this map. The shop gives a lot of experience. It'd be really nice right now if CrunCher called militia and did the 12 o'clock marketplace. Because he knows what Kiwi's going to do. If he can steal this big value camp, just let him get this shop. Call militia. When your Mountain King comes out, you secure that 12 o'clock position, and you get the more value camp over Kiwi right now. But CrunCher just going to go a little bit aggressive, try to stop this camp altogether, but that Shadow Priest is so helpful. That's the second water elemental he's denied with it. Nice investment by Kiwi.
Yeah, I'm liking this so far. Mountain King on his way out, and the double Sanctum again. I really just don't like the style, personally. I think it's just like, but you're pulling your hair out at the fact that CrunCher's like holding on for dear life to win. I feel like the tier 3 tech probably be better if you're just going on one base anyway, but Mountain King's out, and this is going to be a little bit of a turnaround. Kiwi's timing is pretty much done. Is he going to be able to get the shop before CrunCher's here? This is huge, like you said.
Yeah, he's going to get the big boy at least, and the Berserkers, fall pretty easily. Lightning Shield, nice. There's no Shamans, and, we know how good Lightning Shield can be against human here. Raiders are about to come out as well, but like I said, gonna call militia, gonna go for that 12 o'clock, and Kiwi's running up, so this is a little late by CrunCher, but with the Mountain King being here, he's just gonna Stormbolt the Ogre Magi, get the big creep, and before Kiwi even gets here. Okay, Kiwi actually not going here, but Scroll the Beast by CrunCher, pretty good.
Headhunter in bolt range.
No man's land right now, and a Raider coming in too. Does he have Ensnare? Okay, CrunCher's gonna get a lot of those units and just gonna get out.
Yeah, this is
nicely
huge.
done by
Do we
CrunCher.
haven't snared yet? No, halfway done. So I think CrunCher is going to be able to run a lot away. Hopefully he doesn't lose too many peasants. He actually salves while walking as well. And now we have 2 Sorks, 2 Priests. We got some footies here. We got ourselves an army here for CrunCher, and this is a way better position than he was in before. Now he's going into breakers, and I think this is going to be good. I think it's going to be good for CrunCher, man. As long as he can continue to creep. Kiwi's not creeping, right? So this is all right. This is a much better start than CrunCher. I feel like he had to like out micro like crazy to come back with his macro late game when we saw that swing after a really scrappy fight. But this is looking a lot more cleaner, a lot more sweeter, a lot more sexier. And
yeah, very sexy, very sweet for sure.
I like it a lot, yeah. And Mountain King with level 2, his creeping is really good. Like we see CrunCher playing with the Farseer army, man. When the Farseer's away, creep what you can. Just back off when you want to. This is patient human play, man. A real masterclass performance by CrunCher so far.
Yeah, and Kiwi not getting a lot of value of the Alchemist so far. Gonna steal some camps, can maybe even go up to the expansion because it looks like CrunCher just gonna go over the Merc camp. So Kiwi's still able to steal a couple creep camps. So if this Mountain King doesn't solo creep here and get level 3 off the Merc camp and maybe the orange turtle camp in the corner later on, Kiwi's probably gonna steal everything away, and that's gonna be big value for him when he goes back home. Gonna be able to creep everything, and this Mountain King might be stuck on level 2, but is solo creeping, so gonna get close to level 3 at least, but not quite there. And KiWiKaKi just continue to go aggressive. Not sure if it's the right play, but with the Archmage not being here, maybe gonna get some pickoffs. Nice and snare. 2 Raiders here. Nicely microed by Kiwi, pulling him back away from the bolt range.
Yeah, it looks like CrunCher's gonna be able to pick off a Headhunter instead, and there's still tons of bolts for these the Raiders. Kiwi has really good Raider control, but this Mountain King is getting painfully close to level 3. Alchemist, Lightning Shield the Alchemist, but the Breakers, you know.
One more pick, that Mountain King's level 3, and we saw how much that swung. And the Mountain King has a mana potion as well, so it's gonna be a lot of claps. Oh my god, and that's level 3 for the Mountain King too. Kiwi has to get out of here. No way you can fight this in the Alchemist. Potential for a surround, but nice positioning with that Lightning Shield against the trees. But the Kodo and the Headhunter from the top coming in, but is there enough damage?
Yeah, of course. This is really good for CrunCher. Raider actually dies. There's still another bolt queued up. The Kodo's slowed. Even if it eats, I don't think it's getting all the way with his life. Raider getting really low as well. This is a really good fight for CrunCher, and I don't know why Kiwi's committing to this. He's going to lose the Kodo. It hasn't even eaten yet. Dead Kodo. This is a huge pickoff for CrunCher right now. 48 supply to 43. Alchemist trying to get something done with the Breaker dead. Okay, that's good, but there's another bolt lined up with the potion. Oh, the potion of mana.
Yeah, that was an anti-timing by KiWiKaKi. His tier 3 is just kicking in now. Like the Berserker upgrade just queued up. His first Kodo wasn't even in when he initiated that fight. I think he should have just taken the expansion creep from CrunCher and then gone back home. Look how many creeps he has. He could get easily level 3-3, maybe even 4-3 on his heroes, get tier 3 upgrades, get a tiny Great Hall, and just catapult himself into the mid game here. But instead he takes a bad fight on an anti-timing with 2/2 heroes and no heal scrolls against this Mountain King who hit level 3. Not the best fight, but you know, still a chance. His tier 3 is going to kick in. He's going to have a decent army soon enough.
Yeah, tier 3 is hit, but I mean, Kiwi's got no economy to like really buy an orb or go into anything that's, you know, he's got the Berserker upgrade, which is good. That helps a lot, but he's just like, he lost so many units. He's just scrambling to try to recover and get units. He's actually getting an upgrade as well. +2 attack, I believe, on the Berserker, so it's gonna be 2-1 if it does finish. But CrunCher's already here. The peasants are going down to the expansion. This should go up no problem. While CrunCher's harassing, this is a really good game from CrunCher right now. He's going to steal all these wolves too, which renders like the Farseer kind of mute at this point. 2 Raiders, look at the clap. It hits every single thing. Every single thing.
Yeah, CrunCher's so good with those bolts on the Alchemist to deny the first heal, and that makes the first clap even more value. Oh, and the clap is so big here. He's got one more where that came from, and the Mountain King's about to be level 4. And there's so many breakers here. Kiwi's trying to kite. He's doing the best he can. He's getting into the back. Gonna pick off a couple of casters here if you can get rid of these Sorks. Maybe you can kite a little bit with these Berserkers, but right now the fight is definitely in CrunCher's hands. There's a level 4 and 150 mana still, and there's a GG.
Wow, night and day performance from CrunCher. I mean, you talk about the kid adapts under pressure in a series. I mean, we're after game 4. CrunCher looks like the dominant one at this point. Unbelievable play.
What the hell is up? I think this one fight on Amazonia at the 12 o'clock kind of changed the entire momentum of the series. It feels like since that fight, CrunCher is super confident. He's willing to take these fights. He knows when to trade. And Kiwi feels like he has something to prove to himself. Like, he takes fight, Carson, as you said in the fight, like anti-timings, positions where he's close to something that makes him progress a lot in the game, but he takes the fight before and then loses momentum once again. CrunCher just super solid on Echo.
Yeah, not really playing to the strengths of the Alchemist. I think, like you pointed out before, a Torn Chieftain might be better if he wants to go for this aggression. You can creep level 3 and then take a lot of fights. But with the Alchemist, I think it's really just best to use that early tier 2 map control just to take creep camps, not take fights like that against Militia on an anti-timing. Like, it's not the best, but, you know, Kiwi has another chance. And K1234, by the way.
All right. Yeah, there was still quite some stuff to creep for Kiwi. Maybe if he's rushing that tier 3, he has to wait for that tier 3 for it to pay off. And then, of course, it's the question, will CrunCher give him the time? Or does he have to play 2 base, 1 base then? But he's all on tier 3 anyway, so he could counter with a tiny Great Hall. This is a very interesting series, definitely off meta with all the decisions. And, boys, we go into the last map, but we got 2 results from the other scenes before. Incinerator eliminated by Raven, and I'm very sorry, guys. Be strong. Hackslayer eliminated by Deuce.
Oh.
Our boy Hack is out. Unfortunately, he's out to another Canadian, so that's okay. We're not going to be too upset about that. Deuce pulling it out, which is really good. It looks like Heisman is playing Hunter, by the way. I think they're in game number 2, so that's not going to be a default win for Heisman. He's going to have to earn it. Good
for Heisman. Good for Heisman.
Yeah, real classy dude right there. He's a nice guy, too. I really like that guy. He's a part-time male model. I mean, what can I say? The kid's just gorgeous. You did some modeling in your day, didn't you, Neil?
What?
Yeah, you were modeling gloves for a bit, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. You know so much about my life. I didn't tell you that. I'm a little scared out about now. So, but yeah, let's not focusing on my model career, but the game, the decision. Kiwi 2, CrunCher 2. Let's go, boys.
Yeah, this is exactly why we wanted to cover the series. I mean, really good domination from Kiwi in the games 1 and 2. And then games 3 and 4 is CrunCher making a comeback. And it looks like CrunCher has all the momentum, actually, a reverse sweep potential in the bottom left of Last Refuge, playing for Oceanus Gaming. It is KiWiKaKi. And guys, if you're rooting for him, I mean, the winner of this moves on. The loser of this will play again tomorrow for a second chance. So give some love to Kiwi. And in the top right, we have the human phenom. And I know everyone's going to say, Phenom's the Night Elf player, but it is playing for Dust Gaming. It is CrunCher. And I'm excited for this one, man. LR, I really like this map. I've always considered this the most neutral map in almost every matchup. A lot of players think it's pretty fair, pretty good. So we're just going to see an actual banger of a game. No imbalance, no nothing. I wonder if Kiwi's going to be stubborn, stuck in his ways with this Alchemist, or if he goes into the TC that has been causing CrunCher trouble for the first 2 games. I'm really curious to see what decision he makes.
Yeah, Peon here again to deny that Priest, like we talked about last game. It's much easier to get on Echo Isles. We saw how much value he got out of it. This Peon really just to deny CrunCher from getting the Priest. If you run that Peon into the creeps, obviously it will get bolted, but the Farseer going to come in. CrunCher going for the safe creep, going to deny the water elemental again, and now he will play the defensive, this little dance we see every game, and we'll see how well he does it. Kiwi managed to get 1 peasant last game, but like we were talking about, 10 lumber peasants early for CrunCher. That's more than enough to secure that lumber economy into tier 2, so...
Yeah, I like that decision. I mean, we saw like a really good early. It was a clean. Everything was clean last game because he made extra peasants. I liked it. He lost 1, didn't matter. The Sanctums came out nice. He had a good army before Kiwi could really do anything. And snowballed. The Mountain King solved. It was just a beautiful game on Echo Isles. Hopefully, he can do this on LR. I feel like it's in Kiwi's ballpark to adapt and change if he wants to win this. This is game 5. This is do or die. I know, like, both players obviously super confident going into a decider match tomorrow, but you don't know who you're facing, and you definitely don't want to put that down to chance. So you definitely want to get out of here right now. Best of 5, and let's go. Looks like Kiwi's tech pretty standard, actually, which I think also benefits CrunCher. We saw in the first 2 games he was doing, well, obviously the Tauren Chieftain build, or the Tauren builds, and then just the super fast tech. But when in the games he's gone standard, CrunCher's been able to be a lot more comfortable, I feel, in this matchup. So interesting to see Kiwi so far not adapting.
Yeah, I'd like to see Kiwi throw a wrench into gears here. Try to go for something new, but it looks like, you know, like you say, not going to be much of a change up. Maybe a second hero change from Kiwi, but, you know, you get so much value of the Alchemist on this map. These shops in the middle are so nice to get. But, you know, the pressure right now is on CrunCher. How well can he defend this? There's Wolves, there's 3 Headhunters, and the tech is already on the way. The tower not quite up yet. Is there defend for these footmen yet? Not sure. No, the defend just started now.
Yeah, yeah, I don't think there's defend. Yep, just started now. But the Arcane's up. This is going to help. I mean, the Wolves aren't coming in. You know, that's done. So this is good. Is Kiwi going to be able to pick off some footies, though, before defend hits? Because now it's crucial. Max damage. You see one getting really, really red. Wow, that does so much damage. It's actually absurd. But good micro from CrunCher so far.
Yeah, CrunCher's still level 1, though. We saw last game he was able to get that level 2 very, very early for that aura, as well as on Amazonia, he got that level 2 very early thanks to the Lightning Shield creep. But right now, stuck on level 1, no aura, and we see how much this is affecting his mana pool. No extra water elemental right now, and this one at the top about to expire, so the pressure's really on CrunCher right now. He's got to get out of his base, he's got to deal with these Headhunters, and he's got to get creeping, but right now, Kiwi's in his face, man.
Yeah, he is. He's doing a lot of damage, and I mean, delayed shop. He's not taking any damage on his Headhunters anyway. Just really, really good micro. 6 Headhunters too. That's enough to really do some damage. But now defend kicked in. CrunCher is now going to start taking any fights. He didn't lose any footies, which is really good in the early game. Still got the 5.
There's the Alchemist.
And his shop creep.
Here it is. This is the value of the Alchemist. This is sort of the classic map to do this on because you get these big consumables that are so nice, especially to steal away from the Archmage and to give to your own hero that you know could be Stormbolt focus fired. So nicely done from Kiwi. Going to get a lot of experience here. Good items. And the Mountain King isn't out yet, so CrunCher cannot contest these creeps. And we notice how Kiwi's taken CrunCher's first when he knows the Mountain King isn't here, and then he'll go and probably take his own. And still, because it's so far away, the Mountain King will not be able to punish this. So nice from Kiwi. And CrunCher probably just has to eat his losses and go for level 3 Archmage here.
Yeah, I think we weren't seeing that on NI, right? It was the same strategy. You want to get that marketplace, you want to get that shop right away. Kiwi wasn't able to do it. We're seeing that huge here on LR. So, I mean, we're almost looking at 2-2 before the MK is even out, which is, I mean, that's an amazing start so far for Kiwi. So, I don't like the Alchemist, but if he's actually making it work right now.
This is the best I think he's looked since the game 1 and 2. The past 2 games that he lost, the early games went worse for him. I think by far, especially if you can get this, yeah, that's double level up and the big invuln. This is really nice for Kiwi so far. He's in the driver's seat here.
And that's a dead footy. This is actually really hard for CrunCher to even contest this. This is the way it's supposed to be. This looks a lot more scary than the Tauren Chieftain even. So this is, when it's well executed, like we know Kiwi can do, really good so far. +1 attack upgrade on the, oh wow, 2's almost finished. These are some early upgrades. I wonder if Kiwi's just going to go straight for a push now that he knows he's got that 2-2.
Yeah, no tier 3 tech. This is different from Kiwi. Okay, there's attack, but he does normally wait to get that 2-0, I believe, before and gets that tier 3 tech first. But is he going for a creep jack? This is a mistake he's made in the past. He goes 2-2 and then creep jacks instead of creeping 3-3, but we'll see how it works out for him. This is a good timing. The Militia have almost run out. The Mountain King's still level 1, so no clap. But there is a decent amount of casters here. But the Mountain King taking a lot of damage, and there is no big consumable. Kiwi has the pleasure of having both of those in his hands, so he's going to get the remainder of this creep camp here.
Yeah, and the Tome of Strength for the Alchemist, not bad. And he's actually going to buy some creeps as well. It goes for the Ogre Mauler. Just a really strong army from Kiwi. CrunCher's army isn't too shabby yet. You know, 2 Priests, 2 Sork. Now he's going to, I assume, go into the Breaker. Yeah, he's going to go into Breakers. He's already got 1 popped out, a second one on the way with the upgrade. And start to creep out. If he can get the level 3 Archmage, that'll be good. Level 2 Mountain King. I mean, just a little taste of clap will be really good for this this army, because it's mostly Headhunters right now. But tier 3 is a little bit far away too, so the Berserker upgrade a little far away, and no armor upgrades for the Headhunters. I think last game they had 2-1, but the Mountain King still destroyed. So, wow, look at the items, man. Claws of Attack on the Alchemist, Potion of Greater, Invuln, like you said. Just really good items, and his creeping is insane. I assume he's going to creep the Knolls for 3-3. Because it's right here.
Yeah, I hope to see him just I hope to see KiWiKaKi just continue to creep until his tier 3 actually kicks in with that Kodo Beast in the Berserker form. I hope he doesn't go for a creep check here. CrunCher probably actually expects KiWiKaKi to go for the red himself, so he's just going to take the red. Really smart from CrunCher, but even smarter from Kiwi to run straight there because he knew what CrunCher was thinking and going to deny this creep. But is it better for CrunCher that Kiwi isn't taking the other red? I don't really know. I don't know whose is better for.
No Dispel for the slow, so if the Sorks can get in range, this could be a lot of damage. He could lose these Raiders really early, and this is how CrunCher's going to pick up the experience for the creep. Anyway, nice clap as well. He does have a Mana Stone on the Mountain King as well. This is just a lot of damage from CrunCher. I think you were right. Oh, the Alchemist surrounded.
Good items on the Alchemist, though. Not somebody you really want to Stormbolt surround. And the Ogre Mauler actually being a decent tank here, but is about to fall. Mana Stone used, but only level 2 Mountain King, so a decent fight for CrunCher. They're getting a couple headhunters in the end, and he's going to get the red camp here, so that was pretty huge for CrunCher. And again, an anti-timing creepjack from KiWiKaKi. Why didn't he just go here and just trade red camp? Just get that 3-3, wait for tier 3 to kick in. Instead, he goes for the creepjack again, and CrunCher just abuses it.
Yeah, we're seeing the same thing. He's tier 3. I mean, he's getting the Berserker upgrade, but he can't buy it. He can't do
War
anything.
Song Battle Drum.
Oh my goodness me. Oh my Lanta.
Not the best on casters, better on rifles, but still very good. Any sort of aura is amazing here.
Yeah, it's better than Khadgar's, right?
Yeah, that is for sure. I mean, does already have that because the Archmage has that spell ability.
Yeah, but yeah, we're seeing again, like, Kiwi's kind of, like, halted. Like, literally, there's a wall in front of him saying, hey, man, slow down, macro up a bit before you can take a fight. And we're seeing this again. And we're seeing this again. Oh, wow, footy going down. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, the creeps actually force CrunCher to not go for that creep jack there. But the Mountain King, no invuln. There is an invuln on the Archmage. But maybe a little overextension from CrunCher here. Speed scroll in. This is the fight that Kiwi wants. Low mana on the Alchemist there. There's an Acid Bomb and no heal spray. And you need the heal spray against these claps that we're going to see come in a second. Now,
yeah, I think he's just waiting for the speed scroll to go off. Okay, getting in a better position here, and now CrunCher's going to go fight. Oh my goodness, he's taking the expansion as well right here. Mountain King taking a lot of damage. He needs to win this fight, CrunCher does, because he's got this expansion. He's very heavily committed. If he loses this fight, it's going to be really bad. He should get this Raider.
Oh, there's a shop up in the back. That's massive for CrunCher that he built that Arcane Vault before the expansion. That is huge. And the creeps again! And that's poison damage, too. That's nothing to shake your head at there. That's a lot of damage put on these units if those creeps stuck around, but only a couple of shots taken. But the shop is so value for CrunCher. They're getting a clarity on the Mountain King, could even get a health potion. And the expansion's mining now, and GG called!
Wow.
The reverse sweep!
The reverse sweep Reno, boys and girls. I got to clap, man. Unbelievable play from CrunCher.
Clappas in the chat.
Oh,
What a
man.
disaster for Kiwi there in the end. First he doesn't learn, and then the creeps attacking from multiple angles. I guess that's what you get. Damn CrunCher, man.
His
Pretty
early
good.
game with the Oh, sorry. I keep cutting everybody off. I'm just so hyped. I mean, we even saw that was the best execution up with the Alchemist too. It couldn't have gone any better.
That was a real good early game, and then he does the same mistake again. Just as Carson said, Tier 3 was just finished. He was like 20 experience away from the level ups. There's really no need to do that. Like, walking across the entire map loses you so much time. Didn't lead to anything. And then he got punished by the creeps as well. And that's KiWiKaKi in the deciding round tomorrow. And CrunCher alongside Hitman and Arc qualified for the main event.
Pog. And it's actually even more of an anti-timing now that I think about it, because he knows that CrunCher is going to expand like 30 seconds after they fight. So if you were to creep your own red camp, get the item, get 3-3, get a heal scroll, get your tier 3 upgrades, and then push as CrunCher's expanding, like the second fight he took, only he was very weak from the first fight when he had a TP. If you just wait for CrunCher to build the expand and then hit on your actual timing instead of hitting when you're weaker from losing a fight earlier, it's even better for Kiwi. So maybe once he looks at the replays, he'll probably see that. But yeah, insane from CrunCher.
Yeah, if he wanted to have a nice Sunday off, he can forget about that because he will be fighting for survival tomorrow. CrunCher is gonna spend the day probably playing a 24/7 Path of Exile or WoW or something. So good
Valorant,
for him.
baby.
Valorant it is
Valorant
now. Oh, Valorant now. All right. How can you get addicted from so many games? It's beyond me. Anyway.
You just gotta hate Warcraft enough. Anything's possible. Just kidding. I love this game.
Alrighty.
A good segue, eh? Wow.
Yeah.
Just butchered the whole mood. Probably lost 800 viewers.
No,
Sorry, guys.
we actually didn't lose too many viewers since we started.
That's incredible, actually, with us being here. That's crazy.
Yeah, what a relief. I really
You can
thought
go to
that-
bed with confidence tonight, finally.
Yeah.
We even
Yeah.
got a couple of supporters here. Thank you, Sai Sonic. Been practicing Warcraft and rocking with you all day, Neo. Thanks for the content. Thanks for the bits. We got 300 ANJ with a tier 1 sub and Dirty Don with a €5.50 donation. Thanks for all the great streams. That includes this one, boys. Happy National Day to my fellow Swiss. Didn't even know you had a National Day.
Nice.
Congrats.
Are we
or-
still on 90 seconds?
We are still on 90 seconds, yes.
Okay, cool.
Why is that important right now?
Because I was gonna send a link, but I'll wait till the shoutouts and I'll wait till I time it properly.
Damn,
Yeah.
damn, you're so smart.
Yeah, I know. I'm way too fucking bright. You know what I'm saying? Like my future baby. But yeah, I was really. Yeah, go ahead.
You were
Ask me anything you want, dude. Honestly, I don't know why I'm like this, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know why. I love me. Go ahead.
I was about to say you brighten up my day with like the brightness in the conversation, but then you talk 2 minutes about something else, so now it doesn't fit anymore. So whatever.
You're messing them up, Rick. What the
I'm
hell?
all over the map is my problem. I'm really glad we got to see that game. I'm really glad that the randomizer that is DreamHack picked Kiwi and CrunCher. I think that's what we all wanted to see. It's a really big map, or a really big series. I'm obviously super proud of my boy, Abe the Babe, also known as CrunCher, for getting it done. I think Kiwi played really well. And yeah, I'm just really, really excited about that.
All right.
Back to you guys.
We got a score, by the way. Insub is leading 2-1 over Say So. That is up on Todd's stream. It seems to be a pretty crazy game on Twisted. And Duck is 2-1 against Saron. So I guess with all the games covered, we don't have a job anymore. Fitting for an American qualifier, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I actually thought I wouldn't be able to like complete it because I got to go to work, right? So I was like, probably just cast a few hours, but it looks like Duck just absolutely bending over the Australia-New Zealand region today. If he's able to 3-1, just absolute destruction. Glad they got to make it
probably,
out.
Probably DK Fast Expo 2 Crypt Guard, because that's how Duck normally plays against Saron, and Saron hates that style.
Yeah, Duck's so abusive. Obviously, dude, why did he leave? Yeah, he was in the chat too, and back to where he's like, you like that 3-minute leave, Bidu? Nobody stop bragging about it. You know, why are you bragging about it? Like, so that's why people think you're crazy. Like, he's crazy, man. He's like, you like that shit? No, don't do it.
He definitely shouldn't do that in the main event when it's about ESL Pro Tour points and the big bucks starting on Wednesday. But yeah. Is there?
Looks like we already got some people in the money, right? CrunCher's in the money. I guess only 3 people will move on from today, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so we're still waiting on Insup and Say So winners and Ciron and Duck winners. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so just CrunCher's in the money. I mean, really unexpected. I didn't think he'd make it out. I thought it was gonna be really tough. What do you think, Carson? CrunCher, a little bit of an upset today.
Yeah, he was on the struggle bus. Normally we don't see him have to fight that hard, but Kiwi played good. Kiwi played good today. But tomorrow, everyone's been practicing for him specifically because everyone's terrified of him and Hitman. So we'll see. We'll see if he can do it twice.
All right, then. You can catch the other games over at Todd and GTR. Our day is done for the day, and tomorrow, boys, big decisions to be made. Do you want to be there with me?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't love any. I have nothing else to do, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
That is absolutely
so how about
that? If people, for some reason, like you, Bidu, where can they find your content and you on social media?
Yeah, I put out a lot of content. I'm really just absolutely killing it between Nugget challenges and Computer Insane or just getting solo warned by CrunCher himself. You can follow me on Twitter at Ricky Rubadoo. I will link it in the chat in about 90 seconds. But also I want to give a big shout out to a really big event that's going on today. It deserves more hype. It is the Elf Main vs. CrunCher show match tonight. I believe it is a best of 5. It's on at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be on Flame's channel, which I will also link in a couple seconds.
Yeah, it's Flame War 3.
It's Flame War 3. I will link both of these in a bit. But I just want to say that it's going to be it's going to be Elf main against CrunCher. CrunCher said he might off race, but I doubt it's going to be a great series. And then we have Flame going for the 60 nugget 25-minute challenge. He's going to throw up on stream. Everybody, please watch it. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to be talking shit from work in the chat. Check it out. It's going to be great.
And I'm casting it too with Flame.
And it's being casted by the mustache himself. So that's going to be a really good event. I also want to give a big shout out to Clan Jim. I recently joined the GNL League, which is, I assume everyone's going to be like, Pog! But Jim is like really crazy. I always knew they were around. I always knew they had a big presence in the scene. But having joined them, from my experience, if you are the shittiest player in the world like me, or you are a really good player like Side or Bazaar, it is crazy how welcoming their community is. I joined a GNL team. Everyone is so helpful. I am so bad. I've been discouraged by playing because I'm just like,
suck
I don't enjoy
a lot.
And I do suck a lot. And the amount of kindness that my team from No Hands Mexicans has given me, it's actually made me enjoy this game more. And that's all because of Jim. They don't get enough recognition. Join Clan Jim on Discord. I don't know what the link is, but you could obviously find it anywhere. Those guys are awesome. I'm having so much fun, and I can't wait for my first league match. Big shout out to all the leaders. They're so involved. Like the amount of organization and involvement the leaders have, everyone truly cares about you. And it's actually insane to see a community that's so real and so committed. And it's really on your own schedule. You know, if you work a lot or whatever, just show up. It's so much fun, guys. If you're discouraged about playing, just join this community. It's so much fun. And yeah, I mean, big shout out to Clan Jim. I never knew it was this fun, but I see myself staying with them like forever. They're just awesome people.
If you want to join the Discord of Clan Jim, that is jim.backtowarcraft.com, so you can find that a little easier. They're really role models for the scene. So welcoming, so inclusive. That's absolutely wonderful. Just like me and Carson when we cast with Bidu. Carson, where can we find your content?
Twitch.tv/Carson with 3 N's, Twitter.com/Carson with 3 N's with a C on the end. Maybe I'll change that eventually. Kind of confusing. YouTube, Carson with 3 N's. And you can find me tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern in 4.5 hours on It's Flame Warcraft 3. Gonna be pretty fun. We're gonna see Flame eat only 34 nuggets because I know I ate 35. So
yeah, he's not. If he makes it to 40 by 25 minutes, I'll be thoroughly shocked. He's not going to. He's not going to. He won't hit 40 in 25. He's out of his fucking mind.
We'll see about that. You know the links. You know where to find the content.